Okay, so here's a high level overview of what we're going to cover, and let's get into how we're going to build the system. So, first, let me tell you about the initial system we're going to build. All right. So, the initial system is basically a direct message handler. And where we use this is, for example, let's say someone's running Facebook ads or some kind of ads where there's a send message button and they send you a message. We want to make sure we respond to these leads, make sure they're qualified, they're booked in. So, let's dive into building this. Okay, to start, first, we want to go to Booked in AI, and then we want to go to Setup Builder. And in the Setup Builder, what we want to do is first create the system. And we're going to start off with this customer support system. All right. So let's click this, and then let's name our system. Let's say WhatsApp DM Handler. Cool. And then let's select WhatsApp. Let's continue with one channel. Now, you can either use existing or connect a new one. So if you're new to this, let me show you how to connect a new one. All you do is hit connect new, and then you're going to see right here, you open up your phone, you go to WhatsApp, and then you hit linked devices, and then you hit link a device, and then you hit OK, and then you scan this, and then you'll see something like this coming up. And then in a bit, okay, it should be linked. Now let's check the connection. Okay, cool. So you see I have two accounts linked, right? Let me go with one account. And right now I'm going to hit use existing, and then I'm going to choose this one. Cool. So now let's create an agent. So this agent is the brain behind what's going to be handling the back and forth of the conversation. All right. So let's create a new agent. So creating a new agent, and you'll see all the progress is being made here, and you can track it here too. And it's going to ask you for some details so it can learn about you. So let's say booked in. What name should the assistant use when talking to customers? Let's say WhatsApp Jason. I'm just going to call it Jason actually. What service do you offer? We reactivate leads for marketing agencies. What's your agent's main objective? To qualify if the person you're talking to is a marketing agency. Okay, do I have a website you can learn from? Here, what's going to happen is if you give it a website, it goes to the website, it scrapes it, and then puts all that information in your agent's knowledge bank. Okay, so I'm going to add my website. Any other additional context is something like any scripts you'd have, etc. if you need that. All right. So I'm going to skip this one. So what it's doing right now, it's creating your agent's prompts. It's configuring it. It's doing all the scraping, and it's putting together a nice little package so you don't have to. So now let's say you want to connect your application or your agent so that it has access to other tools. So for example, let's say you wanted to book meetings in your Google Calendar. You want to make it, I don't know, get some information from Google Sheets. You could just type in that, etc. All right. So you can do a bunch of other things. So for now, I'm just going to say Google Calendar. And to connect it to Google Calendar, you just hit connect, and then you'll see something pop up here. There we go. Okay. And then what you want to do is you select your calendar. So boom. And I'm doing this is just authentication with Google. Okay. Now, Google Calendar authentication complete. Now it's configuring your tool. So you wait a second, and you see you have a new calendar that pops up. And what you have to do now is just select the tools you want your agent to have. So you can select multiple calendars if you need, but let's just select one and hit continue with app. So now what's going to happen is your agent, you're giving it access to use a tool. Okay. So now this is done. That's simple. So let's go look at it, check it out. And if you see the system, you see Jason is a customer support bot. You can see what tools it's using, and you can monitor its results. If you wanted to open the hood of JSON and see what it knows, you can hit this button, and then you'll see it has a general prompt. And if it's doing something you don't like, you can always, AI enhancement. So you could just be like, JSON is using my name too much or something like that to edit the messaging, and it'll do that. So you'll see right here in channels, WhatsApp is already connected. And in instructions, we literally have written the prompt for you. Okay. And then there's the AI model, whatnot. So now the more important part is let me show you how to actually test JSON and how this would actually work. All right. So technically, because we have connected JSON to a phone number, the one we selected, right? I am going to, from another phone, text Jason and I'll screen record and put this on the screen. All right. Okay. So I actually just learned about this cool feature. So I initially just messaged this, hello, Jason. And you see in a minute, it literally responded back, hello, can I help you learn anything about booked in? So that's pretty much it becomes a bot now. This is my teammate's number. So let's say you wanted to change the agent, what it says, etc. You can configure it right here, and you'll see it has all its prompts. And if you go to the channel and instructions, you can make it say whatever you need to.